There comes a moment in every life when the performance becomes too heavy to carry. Not because you're weak, but because you are finished pretending. There's a sacred exhaustion that precedes embodiment, a holy fatigue that whispers, I cannot keep managing perception. And in that moment, something quiet begins to rise. Not louder, not dramatic, not defiant, just steady. This is not the moment you leave. This is not the moment you fight. This is the moment you stay. And after you stay, there will come a moment when you must stand. But before you can stand publicly, you must stand privately. The difference between staying and standing. Standing is internal allegiance. Standing is external expression. Staying is when you no longer abandon yourself in private. Standing is when you no longer abandon yourself in public. Most people attempt to stand before they have stayed, and that is why they collapse under criticism. That is why applause becomes addictive. That is why conflict feels destabilizing, because their standing is still fueled by performance. Staying is where proving dies. Standing is where presence is revealed. The stage is not a platform. When we speak of the vibrational stage, we are not speaking of a microphone or a spotlight. The stage is wherever you are visible. The stage is a disagreement with someone you love, a business decision that others question, a moment when your voice trembles, a family narrative you no longer uphold, a health journey that requires public boundaries, a dream you declare before you feel fully ready. The stage is exposure, and exposure activates the nervous system. The question is not, are you ready to be seen? The deeper question is, have you learned to stay with yourself while being seen? The nervous system and visibility. Visibility activates ancient wiring. Being seen historically meant approval, exile, belonging, expulsion, survival, threat. The body does not differentiate between tribal fire circle and modern podcast microphone. Visibility still carries risk in the nervous system, and so many either overperform to guarantee belonging or withdraw to avoid perceived rejection. But there's another path. You can stay regulated while standing exposed. You can speak without armor. You can disagree without collapse. You can lead without dominance. You can love without disappearing, but only if you have stayed first. What this arc will explore. In the coming episodes, we will explore what it means to stand without armor, what happens when applause fades, how to hold ground without becoming rigid, how to lead without hierarchy, how to remain steady when misunderstood, how to stand in front of your own past and not shrink. We will not explore charisma, we will explore coherence. We will not explore performance, we will explore presence. We will not explore dominance, we will explore grounded visibility. A personal threshold. There is a difference between being excited and being embodied. Excitement spikes, embodiment stabilizes. This arc is not about becoming louder, it's about becoming steadier. If you have felt yourself recently releasing old proven patterns, becoming less reactive, more spacious, less concerned with hierarchy, more grounded in love, then you are not preparing to perform, you are preparing to stand. Before you stand, before you declare, before you confront, before you lead, before you publish, before you record, before you say, "This is who I am," ask yourself, have I stayed? Have I sat with my own discomfort without fleeing? Have I stopped negotiating my worth internally? Have I released the need to be applauded? Have I allowed my nervous system to feel safe without performing? If the answer is yes, then standing will not feel dramatic. It will feel inevitable. The one who stays becomes the one who stands. And the one who stands does not need to shout. Presence is enough. This is the threshold. Welcome to the vibrational stage. And so we begin.